my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new around here, my name's Holly. I do everything cross stitch, so I've got some videos on how to park and use pattern keeper and things like that. I've also got quite a few projects going on that are mainly heaven and earth designs or long dog samplers. So if you like what you see, please press the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be notified as soon as my videos go up. So this month has been a really slow month for stitching. I've had quite a lot going on. I have helped a friend out with her yard. She had quite a few people that were on holiday, vacation. So I've been helping out with her, and then when she's got shows and competitions and things, you know, I've just been like just doing some general help for her, which is amazing because it meant that I could ride horses and be around horses and just, oh, I can't wait to get my horse out here, I tell you. So I've been doing that, so that's been really, really hard. Gone from like not riding and not doing anything to suddenly like you have to trot for 20 minutes. And you know, we're talking about serious like full-on trot, no breaks, 94 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures in the middle of the afternoon, absolutely sweating buckets. Felt like I was going to faint a few times because it was just so hot, but you know, pulled through. And then after a while you just get used to it, and you know, I was so much better sort of as the week went on. What else? Oh yeah, and then there was flat work, so we did walk, trot, canter, and we'd warm up the horses when the main rider would then go and train them, so she didn't have to waste too much time doing any of that. So I've been doing that, and then what else have I been doing? Oh, so I've been helping out someone with his finances because I've got an accountancy background and he doesn't have an accountancy background, let me just put it like that. And he's been freaking out because his taxes is due and he doesn't know what he's going to be paying. So I said, look, you know, he's actually my engineer, my structural engineer, so he's become a really good friend of mine. So I said, look, don't worry, you know, you've helped me out. I mean, he got me my car, and he's sorted out the insurance on it. He's helped me out so much. So I said, look, don't worry about it, I'll do it for you. It's no problem, you just need to give me all your credit card details, not credit card details, you know what I mean, but all the information, what's going through your credit card, bank account, everything, receipts. And so I've been doing that. And then my visa, I've got a change of status going through in the next, I would say, week or two. So I've just been trying to get all the information that my immigration lawyers need for my business, and that's just taken, all of that together I think has really, really taken me away from my stitching time. So this month I haven't even worked out what I've done. I've done 1, 2, 4, 7, I've done about 2,200 stitches, and I've worked on 4 projects. Now I know that's not enough, and then also on top of which I didn't hit what I was supposed to do on my whip go, so I'm really, really behind on my whip go. So this month I am going to really concentrate on getting up to speed with everything that I haven't done on my whip go, but I will talk more about that in a minute. With regards to haul, haven't got any haul. I've just been so busy. You know, when I started the yard at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm up at 5:30, and then I don't finish until like 5:30, and then I got home and I am just so tired. Most of the days I was in bed at like 7:30 in the evening. I'd come in, get something to eat, and then go. So today is like my first proper day off from working there, not working there, but like helping her out. So it's been like, yeah, I've just got home and I've not been in the mood to stitch because, you know, I am so physically tired. I just wanted to crawl into bed. Couldn't even read. I could deal with going on YouTube on my phone, and then I'd probably manage about 10 minutes of that and then bang, asleep like crazy. But today so because today's been like the main day that I've not had to go out and do anything, it's been like a massive cleaning day. So I was supposed to wake up really early, which I didn't do. I woke up at 9 o'clock. I'm normally up at like 7. I hate like going to bed, like waking up really late, because I feel like that's half the day gone. So yeah, I've just had like a major cleaning day and getting all my stuff together for this. And you know, like nothing ever goes right, does it, for me? Like nothing ever goes right. So trying to get the internet on, because I don't know what I've done with my Whip Go, my sheet. This is a new like printed one. I had to print out another one. It's just disappeared off the face of the planet. I have no idea where it's gone. So I was sat down at my table, I made a cup of tea, sat down at my table, and then as I sat down, I jogged the table, and all my coffee went all over my Whip Go sheet, all over my notebook. I bought a brand new notebook, and it's gone all over that, all over the table. Oh my goodness me, it's been a nightmare. Then when I switched my internet on, it wouldn't come on, and then I finally managed to get it on, and for some reason it wouldn't communicate with my printer or my laptop, because for me to be able to print out another one of these, I have to be on the internet because it's a wireless printer. So it's just been a nightmare. So I hope that the next like 20 minutes is going to be a lot easier. So I haven't got this in any particular order. Like I said, I haven't done as much as I'd like. I've only hit 4 projects this month, but I've had a lot going on, and yeah. So I'm just going to jump right to it. So the first project I'm going to show you is, oh yeah, I'll tell you about this in a sec. So the first one is Grey's Faces. Now that hasn't gone without blemishes either, because when I pulled this out, and thankfully you can't see it anymore, when I pulled this out to bring it out for this video, there was a massive black mark right on my project, right at the bottom. But unfortunately it isn't where I'm going to end up stitching over it. So before I set up for this video, I'm sat there with Dawn, I've got bleach on it, I've got, what else did I put on it, Tide, like the washing stuff, trying desperately to get this mark out. Now this light isn't very good in here at the moment, but I've managed to be able to get it out. What it is, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. It was dark brown. I mean, it could be chocolate. Honestly, I really don't know what it is. But it was, I just felt like it ruined my work because it wasn't where I was going to stitch over. It was basically going to be where you're going to see when it's up on the wall and it's all framed. So Grey's Faces, this project here. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs piece, and I am doing this on 18 count 2/1. I've been working on this for 4 days this month. I mean, I only got 4 days. Ugh. So I did 1,409 stitches on this one. Not a lot really. So this is what you saw it as last month. And tell me if you can see the mark, by the way. And this is where I am at now. So I mean, as you can see, like where that mark was, as obviously I've taken all of the gridding out, but there we go. So this is where it is now. I mean, I'm at 80%, something like that now. So I'm excited for this one. We're almost at the end. Starting on this face. I mean, look, the face is starting to come through, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I hopefully should get this one finished. What are we now? September, October, November, December. Can I get that finished this year? Can I get this finished this year? Oh, you know what? I've not got it in the plans for September, so that only leaves it October, November and December. That only leaves me 3 months then. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done this year. However, very, very, very early next year, I should have this completed by. So that's Grey's Faces, and that is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Okay, so the next one I worked on was, and that's over on the sofa. This is my new start, and I couldn't wait to start this one. I just love the colours. It is, oh, I didn't tell you who the other artist was. It was Josephine Wall. This is a Story Keep Rise of the Witches, and the artwork is by Lisa Parker. There we go. And the reason I absolutely love that one is because it really reminds me of my cat. I've got a black cat, and he's got really, really amber eyes like that, and it's just beautiful. So I'm doing this one on 20 count 1/1. So it's going to be quite a small story keep. And I worked on this one for 4 days. No. 5 days. And I didn't add up my stitches. So I did 2, 3, 40, 50, 70, 4, 8. I've done about 900 stitches on this one. Obviously I've got nothing to show you of like what it was last month because this is my new start, but I'm just going to grab it off my sofa. So this is what it looks like. Hang on. This is where we are. So this is 20 count 1/1 full cross. Beautiful. Colours are just starting to come through. I did have to have like a honestly, I had to have like a frogging day on this one because one of the colours I completely switched out, and I don't know how I did it. So I went from, see this green, this green up here. So see that dark green? For some reason I started doing it in like this really, really like bright blue colour, and as I was doing it I was thinking, no, that doesn't look right. That looks way out. What have I done? And then when I look back and I kind of put my threads, you know, against it and had to look at what it should have been, I realised that I'd done the complete wrong colour. So I had to completely frog all of that area. So considering I had to frog about 300 stitches, I feel like I've actually done alright on this one this month. So that one is, what is that one? Rise of the Witches. I just call it Witch's Cap because for me that's like a lot easier. And I feel like I'm whizzing through this, but I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I just had a crazy day today, and I just feel like I'm buzzing. I haven't eaten either, so that's probably not helping either. But yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those videos this month. I'm sorry. Okay, so the next one I worked on was the Bumblebee, and this one is one from Etsy. It's very pretty. I've almost finished this one. I'm at like over 80% on this one now. So this is what it will look like, which is really pretty, isn't it? And I think I am going to frame it in a hoop as well. I really like that idea. I'm going to frame it in a hoop, and I'm going to put it on my wall in my bedroom, which is that way. So that's exciting. So yeah, like I said, this one was from Etsy. I'm doing this one on 18 count 2/1 full cross, and I only did 68 stitches on this. This was one that I kind of worked on after the yard, but I was like, I have to work on something other than other 3 that I worked on. I just had to have like another project. So I was like, do you know what, just do as much as you can, and I think I managed 68 stitches and that was it. So this is what it looked like last month, and this is where I am now. So I've got all the legs. All the legs are done, which is great. Most of the body's done. I think I've missed 2 stitches in the body, which I need to sort out now. And then I am just working on the wings. It's pretty much just the wings, and then I'm done. I only have, out of like the 8 or 9 colours, I think I've colour completed like 5 colours. So I think when I work on this next time, I think I'm just going to carry on and colour complete and get it together. So yeah, that's exciting. It's really, really pretty. I really like that one. And it will, like I said, it will go really nicely in my bedroom because my bedroom is like yellow and grey. Yeah. Right, the next one I worked on was Bookshelf. which is this one here. Again, it's another one by Etsy, by New Dream Stitches, and I love this one. Can't wait to get this one finished. It's going to really, really pop when I get the writing on. I'm doing this one on 18 count 2/1, and I worked on this for 4 days, and I did 1,384 stitches. So not a complete failure. 1,384 stitches. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think what I've noticed is that although I haven't worked on a lot of projects this month, what I have done, you know, I kind of feel like I've just made a bit of a hole, you know, just made a bit of an effort to get, you know, more of it done, rather than doing sort of 200-300 stitches on 50 projects, you know. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is where we are now. So I actually started, because originally last month what I said to you was what I was going to do, the page, finish the page. So I started doing this page here, and there is so much like confetti in this in this book. It doesn't look like it, but there is. There is so many different colours. Like I said, you can't tell. So then I thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, start from this side and I work my way along. And I did it. I don't know if I even did any stitches in this one, so that doesn't even make any sense, does it? I think I just chose a colour and went with it, and I kind of did a strand on as I was going this way. So I did a strand in this one, then I did a strand in that one and this one, and then that's kind of how I did it, and then obviously a strand in this one. And I think that was what kept me a bit sane. If I hadn't done it that way, I don't feel like I would have got much done. So I've done quite a bit of this and filled this one in. More of this one here has been done, and definitely more of this one has been done. So I'm over, what am I? I wanted to get to 40%. I think I was at 34%. So I wanted to get to 40, and I did like, I've done 40.10 or something. So I am at 40%. So I'm not quite at the halfway mark yet, but I'm not far off. So, you know, we're doing okay. Gray's face is at 80%. My Bumblebee is at 80%. This is at 40%. I know that the Peacock Days, the Peacock Love, I think that was one that I showed you last month. That's at 50%. So, you know, I'm working through them. Definitely Winter, which is one that I showed you last month. I only have a little bit left to do on that one, so that will definitely be done this year, because I'll probably hit that when it, like, the winter months come and it gets a little bit cooler. So I will have some finishes. I will definitely have some finishes. Definitely the Bumblebee will be finished, and definitely Winter will be finished. So, you know, watch this space. And then I feel like I feel like I've completed something then, because at the moment I just don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And although every single stitch is a stitch close to finishing, I understand that. It just, sometimes things just take so long, and you know, it's completely my fault. The reason things take so long is because I'm the doofus that decides that she's going to do everything in super size and bloody max colour, and then I end up with projects that are huge, and I either don't get to work on them, or like hardly anything gets done. So I printed out another Whip Go. Ta-da! Hang on, let me just put this aside. Now, I did say to you last month that I was going to work on peonies, pink peonies, and that didn't happen. I epically failed, and that is this beautiful one here. But I can tell you, and I'm just going to move the camera down, it is on my, I don't know, how does it, yeah, there we are. It is on my frame. It's a massive project. I've got 2 frames, one that side, one that side. Well, they're Lowery stands, not frames, sorry. And it's the only way, it's the only way that I can actually work on it, because it's huge. So this one is, what is it, 698 by 460 stitches. So it's not small either. So that's that one. So on my Whip Go, which was, I won't even tell you when it was, I had to work on this for a week. July. We're going back to July, people. And I haven't done that. So I am going to be working on this for a week. And it should be a good solid week, considering I've got nothing going on at the moment. That's exciting. You know what? I think the reason why I really struggle to work on this one is because it is one that you're not quite straight. It is one that I charted myself through Threadbare, and I absolutely hate using the Threadbare app. Give me Pattern Keeper any day. Now, I did try and convert it. I tried putting it through on Pattern Keeper, and for some reason it only pulled 98% of the colours through, so it didn't work. So I'm left with having to work on Threadbare, and to do that I have to put it in like the dark colours, so that, because the colours at the moment are so light, I can't really see, and it's just the way it just not is not user friendly at all, and I don't understand why. I know that one thing that really bugs me about it is when you go to move across, instead of the page moving across like it does in Pattern Keeper, the whole thing moves. So instead of it being completely static and you being able to scroll across on a page that doesn't move, the whole entire page moves, and it bugs me to distraction. So that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't been working on that, and it does take me a while to get into it, but once I get into it I'm fine, but it still takes me like a good hour to get into using Threadbare. The first hour I'm like, I hate this app, but yeah, I just have to kind of do it really. So that is going to be the one that I'm going to be focusing on this month, so I'll be spending a week on that one. The other one that came up was 20. Again, this is one that I haven't done. So this is one that came up on, when did it come up? August's Whip Go, and I didn't do this one either. So this is, that is what it is. So it's Delightful Waltz. Now the colours don't, this camera does not do the colours justice. The colours are loads more vibrant, and this is being done on 20 count 1/1. Again, it needs a big frame because it's a big, if I just show you, that's the fabric, so it's really big, and that is what I've done so far. So this is 20 count 1/1. I love 20 count 1/1. Look at the coverage on that. 20 count 1/1, and I use CXC threads. It makes your whole entire project a fraction of the price, or a fraction of the cost that DMC is. Now I get that there are some, thread snobs, and I use that in the most respectful way, because I'm a snob in many ways, but I'm not a snob when it comes to threads. Now the reason being is I wouldn't be able to afford to do like half this stuff. So it's, for me, it works. And what I love about CXC threads is that they are very slightly thicker. They're like a fraction thicker than DMC threads, and also you don't get so much breakage. So I absolutely love working with them. They're easy to work with as well. So that's good. And yeah, and it just means that I can buy loads of full sets of CXC threads, and I've always got a stash, and I can't for the life of me figure out how I actually put this thing together. You know what, even the basic stuff is really hard for me today. Right, that definitely goes that way, because that definitely goes that way. Does that go that way, and then that goes that way? It just keeps unraveling. What are you doing? That go like that? It doesn't feel like, do you know what, that will do. It doesn't feel like it goes back that way, but that will do. I haven't got the minerals today. I really don't. So, oh gosh. I swear today, like, people are just, I think today I'm just, something's out to get me today, I'm telling you. And it started badly as well, because when I woke up at 9 o'clock I was like, oh, half the day's gone. So it already started badly, and then it just continued to stay badly, like to stay bad. So I'll be working on that one this month, and that said, I've got to do a whole week of Delightful Waltz as well. Yeah, when I put this whip go together, I don't think I really foresaw my future and what I was going to be doing, because who has a week to work on stuff? The next one that came up on this month's whip go was number 3 and 22. And you know what is really interesting about number 3 and 22 is on my whip go, it's the same project. So it is number 3, I have to do 1 week of Story Keep Paris, and number 22 I've got to do 2 full days of Story Keep Paris. So I think I'm gonna like slightly cheat, and I'm gonna amalgamate the two. So instead of doing 1 week and then 2 days, I'm gonna include the 2 days in the week. It just means that it will give me time to work on something else. Otherwise I'm just gonna like have no projects to show you next month. So it's this one here, and this is by Amy Stewart, and it is Story Keep Life is an Open Book Paris. Very pretty. I love the colours in this. I'm doing this one 18 count 2 over 1, and this is what I've done so far. Yeah. Well, I'm clearly off centre massively. So that's where I am so far. 18 count 2 over 1. So again, I'm going to do this the way that I've been doing everything else, and I'm going to be focusing on a page, and then I'm going to be colour completing in that page. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what this is going to look like next month, considering I've got a week to work on it. But yeah, so that should be exciting. So I've got a week on that one, and then if, and I use this word lightly, if I haven't exhausted every single day, I am going to do some work. It's not going to balance there. I'm going to do some work on Gobbler Farm Max Colour. Again, see, I got Max Colour Gobbler Farm. And this one is charted by Donna Gelsinger. Ta-da! And I love this one. It just, for me, it is everything autumnal, everything fall. It's very American. It's got, you know, Thanksgiving, pumpkins, beautiful fall leaves. That is, for me, if you were to say what an American fall day looks like, that is it. Turkeys, massively for, you know, in like Thanksgiving. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm doing this one 20 count 1 over 1. Again, this is another big one, so I will show you the fabric on this. Oh my goodness me, I don't realise how big things are. So this is where I am so far. Okay, there. Again, 20 count 1 over 1, full cross, and this is the fabric. Oof. So this is going to be a really, really nice one. A really beautiful project when it's done. And I'm looking forward to it. But again, it's going to take years to do, isn't it? Because, I mean, this one hasn't even been out this year, I don't think, has it? Can't even remember now. Yeah, I think it might have been out this year, but earlier this year. So I really need, next year, I really need to look at what my focus point, I really need to look at what my focus I really need to look at what my focus pieces are next year. Yeah, because it's going to be a busy year. I'll have 2 brand new businesses. One is my equine sports massage therapy, which works alongside my warding and therapy business. However, you know, it's kind of almost a business in its own right. Next month, I don't know what it's going to be like, because my dad will be here next month. We'll be starting building on the barn. I go to Ocala on the 10th of October to finish my certificate in equine sports massage therapy and redo my advanced equine sports massage therapy, because I did it 2015, I think, and I have forgotten a lot of it. So it's basically a refresher course. And then, hopefully by then, my change of status for my visa should be available. It will be done. So when I finish doing that course, then I can actually start my business. I can go out and get clients. I can work, which is amazing. So I'm really excited about that. Now again, that will be, you know, the great thing about working with horses is it's like a 9-to-5 job. There may be times where, you know, someone is desperate and they can only do sort of, I don't know, 5 o'clock, which means that, you know, with Atlanta traffic, because most of my clients will probably be Atlanta, I'll have, you know, like an hour's trip back, and it'll be an hour and a half with traffic. So I probably won't finish until, well, I won't be home until about 7 o'clock. But I'm hoping that in the beginning, because I've got a new barn going up, and I do actually need to help my dad to do that, that I'm going to take clients on like a part-time basis. So maybe in the morning and like finish by 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll probably end up doing weekends to make up for, you know, the times that, you know, clients just can't get out of work at 2 o'clock. So I've got that to pertain to. So yeah, next month is going to be a busy month. Again, once we start working on the barn, we're not going to want to be working on it past 5 o'clock. It's going to be busy. It's going to be still hot, although it's going to be October. You know, October in the UK is completely different to October in the US. Well, obviously depending on where you are. And it's still going to be hot. So when you're working out in that and you're actually doing physical work, it's exhausting. So I think we're going to just do, like I said to him, I did have a discussion with my dad yesterday, and I said, look, let's just do 7 till 5. So we're up early, because we're both early risers anyway. And then we've got the morning where it's cool. We finish at 5, and then I've got all evening to stitch. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too bad. Now, even though I said to you that I've got this course in Ocala, as they say in American, I am going to take some projects down with me. Now, I'm thinking that this one would be a good project to take down with me, because it's small. So what I might do, you know, I might take this one. I might take that one. I probably will take that one. So I'm down there for 2 weeks. So I'll spend a week on that one. And I might do Resistance is Futile and spend some time on that one as well. Don't know. Or I might finish my Bumblebee. I might just get the bee done, because it's a really small project. I don't really want to be taking loads down, because I'm leaving my car with my dad here. So he's going to take me to the airport, and then I'm going to fly there and then hire a car that ends. So he's got the car this end, because we've only got one car. It just makes sense. And also, I hate driving. There is no way on God's green earth am I driving 7 hours down to Florida. It's just not happening. So, I mean, I know Americans like, it is crazy the distances they drive, but you know what, they're so used to it. I was saying to the lady that I was helping out, you know, asking her where her clients come from. She lives 16 minutes from me, and I'm in Covington, which is I would say it's kind of almost directly east from Atlanta, but we're 40 minutes outside Atlanta. Every single one of her client is either Atlanta, which is an hour away, or Athens, which is an hour away, and they've got absolutely no problem with driving that distance to come to a barn. It's amazing. I think it's just because we are not used to it. And you know, they'll take their horses up to, like, one of the trainers that I know, she had a show in Chicago. She drove a horse from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way up to Florida, all the way up to Chicago. And one of the new members of staff that was at the yard that I've just been at, that was the reason why I was helping her out, because her new member of staff hadn't started yet. She's just driven her horses down from Michigan. I mean, I was like, how long did that take you? She's like, oh, I don't know, 12 hours. I'm like, 12 hours? She's like, yeah. I was like, wow. It is unbelievable, the distances that Americans travel. But I guess it's just what you do, isn't it? She said she drove 7 hours just for a show, you know, and I'm just for a competition, and I can't get my head around it. I guess we're just not used to that. Brought up totally differently in the UK, with everything being on a doorstep, and nothing really being more than 2.5 hours away. So I'm really excited, and I've gone completely off piste, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, so I don't even know what the point I'm trying to make is. But yeah, so I think, yeah, I was talking about distances. So going back to the distances that clients travel, I wondered whether I was going to really struggle getting clients, and actually no, every single one of hers are an hour away from where they live. So yeah, and because I'm opening up a therapy centre, a rehabilitation centre, and retirement centre now, not just boarding, I've completely switched out my business plan. I've decided that there is no therapy centre anywhere around here. The closest one I think is Kentucky or Florida. So for me, my niche is therapy. And I'm going to have a gallops built as well. No one's got gallops, and everyone at her yard said they would use gallops as well, which is amazing. So, you know, I'm hoping that I'll pull people out of Atlanta. I really do, and I don't think I'm going to have any problem doing that, because it's the norm. An hour for them is nothing. So that's really exciting. So yeah, I'm so excited. But you know what? Me doing this Equine Sports Massage Therapy enables me to go out and talk to people, and to, you know, introduce them to me, introduce them to what I'm going to be doing in the future, talk to them about my yard, talk to them about what facilities I offer, and the fact that massage therapy will be half the price if you have it in my barn. You know, you come on board with me, because you haven't got me travelling to you. So that's really exciting. I think that's it. I think that's all I came here to say, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a day today, I tell you. It's been a day, but I'm sure I have this conversation with you every single time I come on video. I'm sure we have the same, like, oh, this happened, that happens, this is a nightmare. But, so, yeah, Ocala, Life is an Open Book, Bumblebee. Or do you know what? I might just take Life as an Open Book and just do as much as I can on that. Because if I work on Bumblebee, I'm not going to be able to have any time for Gobbler Farm. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I'm not going to have much space in my carry-on. I'm only going to take a carry-on. I'm going for 2 weeks. I will just see how I feel. I'll probably take that and Bumblebee, and then just see which one I feel like. But anyway, I'm rabbiting on now. So next month, there should be a lot more to show you, as in more progress on my projects. Not so much loads of projects, but definitely the progress should be there. So thank you so much for dropping by and watching my video. I hope you got to the end and didn't get bored halfway through. And you guys have an absolutely amazing stitching month. I know this is really late, and I'm really, really sorry. It's just been, this is like the first time like the first available time that I can put this video together. And now I'm going to watch Poldark and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to get it on tonight. So you will have it for, well, everyone in America will have it for the next couple of hours, but probably in Britain you'll see it tomorrow morning. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely rest of the day. Cheers guys, bye.